Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's Daily Marketing Fix at 6 show. My name is Angela Carter, and this is our daily show that I do every Monday through Friday here on my Facebook fan page. And so I know some of you may be celebrating Halloween, and so this is going to be a treat for you because I've been doing these Daily Marketing Fix at 6 shows for a while now, and took a little hiatus, but I am back. And I'm really excited. I had so many people who are reaching out to me and asking me, hey, when are you going to do the Daily Marketing Fix at 6 shows? And so really, just for those of you who are new to the Daily Marketing Fix at 6, or you're new to me, just going to give you a quick little backdrop of what we discuss here on the Daily Marketing Fix at 6 show. So this is your daily dose of team building, business building, marketing, online marketing, lead generation, training, and tips for you to successfully build a home-based business. And if you're new to me, my name is Angela Carter, and I am a Christian home-based business owner. I am a blogger, and I am an online marketing trainer, and I help struggling network marketers go from unfulfilled employed professionals in their career to going full-time in a home-based business that they love and the life of their dreams. And so today I want to share with you guys the 3 team building tips that may be killing duplication on your team. So if you are in an existing network marketing company, or you know anyone who's in a network marketing company, you want to go ahead and click share and share this broadcast with your warm market, with your circle of friends or your network here on social media, for those who may be in a network marketing company like you and you want to get them this kind of training. Go ahead and click share on this broadcast. So what I'm going to be doing is share with you guys some of the myths that are holding you back from really having the duplication on your team that you may desire, and even hitting that 6-figure income that you want. Just for those of you who haven't been plugged into my fan page, I am doing a training this week, a free training full of content, 90 minutes long, on the 6 steps to 6 figures, how to build a 6-figure network marketing team. So you want to make sure that you get registered. We already have over 60 people registered, and I've only been promoting it for 2 days, and we already have over 60 people, so spots are filling up fast. So you want to make sure that you grab your spot. You can click the link in the status to this broadcast, or just go to 6-figure team webinar. That's 6figureteamwebinar.com, so you can make sure that you grab your spot. There's going to be 2 options for you. I'm doing 2 live webinars, Wednesdays and Thursdays. It's going to be the same, so just pick whatever day is more convenient for you. So Wednesday or Thursday. So let's get into the content for today's broadcast. So the 3 team building tips that are killing your duplication. Myth number one is all you have to do is find the 5 and find the 5 who will get 5, who will get 5, who will get 5. How many of you have ever been on a presentation that you've gone to a home business opportunity presentation, and they draw the circles on the board, on the whiteboard, and they tell you, look, all you have to do in this industry is easy. Like, how many of you can find 2 other people? And and then they share 2 people with 2 people, and they bring in 2 people, and they bring in 2 people, and you see all these, like, this gigantic organization, and you're like, wow, okay, I can see this working. This seems pretty easy. So then you get in, you get started, and then maybe you've recruited a couple of people, and you find out that doesn't work like that. It doesn't really pan out that way, where you get 5, who get 5, who get 5, who get 5. This is how it really works. Here's the reality behind the myth. Here's the truth. The truth is, you may bring in 5 people, and 2 will probably quit. 2 will probably just kind of do nothing, kind of incubate is what we call it. And then maybe 1 person out of that 5, if you have good systems and culture in your team, and we're going to talk about that in a little bit here with the next myth, but you may get 1 person out of that 5 who will do something, who will take a little bit of action. And you're like, wait a second, I had to find 5 people. I had to get 5 people to find the 1 that's going to do a little bit of work. Yeah, and that's how it typically builds. And so the truth is, behind this myth of 5 who get 5 who get 5, business and teams in this home-based business industry doesn't usually build like that. So you're going to have to bring in the masses, bring in the numbers to find the few who are willing to get to work, who are willing to work now, who are serious, who are coachable, who want it, and who want it bad, and who are willing to put in the work. You got to bring in the masses to find those few people, and then now teach those 5 and work with those 5, coach those few. I should say, coach those few to now bring in the masses. So you bring in the masses, bring in the numbers to find the few, to find those few leaders who are willing to get to work, who are willing to be developed and grow as leaders, and who are willing to grow and willing to listen. And you work and coach those few to bring in the masses. So that's myth number 1. Okay, myth number 2 is that you have to be some charismatic Les Brown style motivational guru, hand holding, extroverted, life of the party personality type to motivate people to take action in your team. And that's not true. That is not true. You can successfully build a team. You can successfully lead a team and lead a team into duplication and taking action and building that six-figure income that you may desire. You can do that without becoming somebody that you're not. You can do this and you can build this business with your personality by you just simply being you and staying true to who you are. I say this because of my story. I am an introvert and I grew up, I always tell people, when I was in high school, I used to hang out in the library because I was so just drained by so much activity of socializing and stuff throughout the school day. And so I would go in the library and I would just do work, and people thought like, oh my gosh, Angela, you're so studious. Wow, you're so smart to do your work. And they didn't realize I was just doing it, I was going in the library just to get away from people. And because I'm an introvert. And for a long time in this industry, when I was struggling in this industry, when I first got started in 2010, and I didn't know some of the things that I'm sharing with you on this broadcast and some of the things I'm going to be sharing on the 6 Steps to Six Figures webinar this week, I didn't know those things, and it hurt me. And I remember when I first got started in the industry and I struggled only bringing in 5 people in 2 years, I didn't believe that I could succeed in this industry with my personality type, being an introvert, being the girl in high school who would hang out in the library just because social interactions drained me. I didn't see people in my industry, in the home-based business industry, who were winning, who had my personality type. I saw the bubbly, extroverted type of person, but I didn't see someone, at that time, I didn't see someone who had my personality type winning and succeeding. And so I didn't really believe. And so around the end of 2012, I just said, I'm done with this industry. I quit. But fortunately, I came across some really great training that taught me how to successfully build. And I saw people who had my personality type, and it made me believe that, wait a second, I don't have to change my personality, which I wasn't willing to do anyway. But I realized that really you can make this business work no matter if you're an introvert or an extrovert. And so I hope that is an encouragement to you as you are growing in your journey of this industry and being a part of this industry. Just know that you can be who you are. You can stay true to who you are and still succeed and win. So how do you do this type of a business, and how do you motivate people, even if you are kind of, introverted? What you have to understand is that you have to truly understand what motivates people and how people are motivated from the inside out. So really you want to seek to inspire rather than motivate. Inspiration comes from within. It comes from having a vision and having a purpose for what you're doing and having a deep, strong why behind what you're doing, that you are self-motivated, that you're self-motivated. Motivation usually comes from external circumstances. And so what you want to do is you want to get effective at helping your team be inspired, helping them unlock what it is that really truly motivates them. What are some of their core desires? And that's some of the things we're going to talk about on this free training that's coming up this week if you go to sixfigureteamwebinar.com. But what I want to kind of give you something to go with here that can help you in terms of getting duplication in your team, something that you could take immediately from this broadcast and apply in your business, no matter what company you're in. I've worked with people who are in Mary Kay, who are in vacation travel. You're going to be seeing some of their stories on Wednesdays on this free team building webinar that I'm doing. And make sure you get registered at sixfigureteamwebinar.com. But here's what you want to think about when it comes to duplication and retention, because you can bring people in, but if you can't get them to stay, and if you can't get them to duplicate, you're going to have a revolving door as your home-based business. So there are going to be people coming in and coming right back out, going in and leaving, going in and quitting. So the key to duplication and retention, I want you to write this down, is systems. Great systems and great culture equals duplication and retention. So duplication comes from having great systems. What kind of systems are you talking about, Angela? I'm talking about systems for helping your team get in front of people. I help people build their businesses online. So for you, it may be you have a great system of generating leads using video marketing, using Facebook, but you got to have some kind of a system for to help your people get in front of people in a massive numbers, because we talked about in myth number 1 how this business doesn't build the way that we're taught all the time, that just find the 5 who get 5 who get 5 who get 5. That's not how this business works, and that's not how it builds. You're going to bring in 5 and you're going to realize, okay, 2 may quit. Two will probably kind of incubate and not do anything. And you might find one person, but you can get 1 out of 5 working if you have great systems, right? If you have great strategies for them to be able to get in front of massive numbers of people to build their business. And so you want to have great systems for duplication, plus great culture for retention. And on Wednesdays and Thursdays webinar, the 6 Steps to 6 Figures webinar, I'm going to be sharing with you how to actually build great culture, what goes into building a great culture in your team so you can keep people around, but also how to now get them to take action and have great systems so that they can start getting results in their business. Because if you have one without the other, if you have great systems but poor culture, you can have team members who are getting some level of success, but they don't stick around. When the next greatest opportunity comes around, they have shiny ball syndrome and they like, oh, looky here, let me go over here because it looks better. The grass looks greener over here. So you're constantly maybe getting people up to a certain level, but then now your leaders are leaving. So that tends to be the case when you have great systems, but no culture. Or you can have great culture and poor systems. And in that organization, what you typically see is if you have an organization that has great culture but poor systems, people are sticking around forever, but you're not seeing leadership growth. You're not seeing people hitting full-time incomes, part-time incomes, or full-time incomes, or 6-figure incomes. People's incomes are not growing. They're not getting results, but there's great team camaraderie. There's great excitement and energy, but people's results and progress and income are staying stagnant. So you want to make sure that you have great systems and great culture. And what I want to say this and why I'm mentioning this in myth number 2 about you have to be this great extroverted charismatic leader is that if you have great systems and if you have a great culture, you can get your team to duplicate and stick around no matter what personality type that you have, because great systems and great culture is really personality independent, right? It's not dependent on you having to have a certain personality. That's why it's a system. And so what I wanted to also mention to you is that as a leader, what you really are doing is you're not necessarily motivating people like I mentioned before, but you're inspiring people. You're figuring out what their core desire, what it is that they really, really want more than anything. And now what you're doing as a leader is you are dream building and you are building belief. So you're building belief in that person that, you know what, they have the vehicle, that the business and the company that they're in, the opportunity that they have is the vehicle for them to accomplish that core desire, to accomplish what it is that they want. And you do that, and I'm going to share with you guys on the free webinar, 6 Steps to 6 Figures. You get registered at 6figureteamwebinar.com. So you want to make sure you get registered at 6figureteamwebinar.com. I'm going to share with you guys some strategies that you can use to build belief in your team members. But a lot of it comes from them seeing people who are just like them succeeding and winning, people with their personality types. So don't feel bad if you feel like you're not like this extroverted, bubbly personality type. I wasn't either, but you can still be an effective team leader and effectively succeed in this home-based business industry by edifying and leveraging the success stories of all different personality types on your team, because more cases than not, as you build a bigger and bigger team, as you start recruiting more people, you're going to recruit people who have different personality types than you. And so you want to make sure that you're edifying, that you're uplifting, that you're finding the success stories in your teams, people who are getting some level of results, and you're putting them in front of your team members, and you're finding those people who have different personality types so that now people, if they don't resonate or don't connect with you, they can now find somebody in your organization or on your team that are now on the team calls because you're edifying them, you're uplifting them so that they can now build their own belief that it's possible for them, right? So if you have a person in your organization who's a stay-at-home mom or who's a working mom, I should say, and doesn't have a lot of time to build her business and feel like, okay, I see people winning, but I just believe that it's hard for me to build this kind of a business. What you want to do is you want to look throughout your entire organization to find some moms that are winning and now edify their stories so that now those moms that are on your team can start building that belief in themselves that they can do this because they see someone else just like them winning. So I just want to encourage you that you don't have to become somebody that you're not. You don't have to change your personality type. It's really kind of impossible to do because God made you who you are for a reason and with the personality that you have. But the key is really understanding what your role is as a leader. And your role is to be able to inspire other people through your own success, showing them that it works, but also looking for those in your organization who are having success and uplifting them and edifying them and putting those new people, those new stories, those new success stories, people who are getting new results in front of your entire organization so they can be exposed to different personality types, different people who are winning so they can build their own belief. So you, as a leader, you're inspiring by building belief in your people and by dream building, getting them to dream again, getting them to believe in their dreams again. And you don't need to have a certain type of personality to do that. You can do that as an introvert, and you can do that as an extrovert. So that's myth number 2, that you have to be some charismatic, Les Brown style, motivational guru, hand holder. No, you don't. You can be who you are with the personality type that you have when you understand that great systems plus great culture leads to duplication and retention. All right, myth number 3 that most people have when it comes to team building that is killing their duplication is, I can wait. I can wait to learn this stuff. Angela, I don't even have a team yet. Like, I'm still trying to get 2 people coming in consistently every single month. So I don't need to learn team building. I need to learn recruiting. Here's the truth. The reality is you want to learn. You want to invest in learning some skills about building a team, even if you don't have a team yet. Because when you start bringing people in, you want to be able to work with them effectively and know how to work with them, know how to plug them in, know how to get them going, know how to work with them. Because if you don't, you're going to have to bring in way more people in order to get even somebody to duplicate. And remember, I gave those numbers earlier, and these are not guaranteed numbers, but I'm just saying that, you're going to have to bring in numbers to find the few people who are willing to work, but it's going to take less sorting and less numbers of bringing people in if you have an effective system and if you have a great culture. And so you don't want to wait, because the more that you wait to learn these team building strategies until you build a gigantic team, chances are you won't have a big team. That the people that you're going to be recruiting are going to be leaving, and you're going to have this revolving door. So it's better for you to learn what to do with these people that you are anticipating coming into your organization, and what to do with them and how to lead them effectively, so that now they can stick around as you're bringing in more and more people, and you're earning as you're learning, and you're building leverage, because that's the key. As you build this team, you're building leverage. Now you're able to leverage the efforts of other people, but not only that, you're building your residual income. So the longer you wait to learn these team building strategies and learn how to build your team, the longer you're prolonging your ability to earn residual income and even have true leverage inside of your home-based business. So you want to learn these strategies, and you want to learn them now. And so I highly recommend, if you enjoyed this broadcast, if you said, okay, this helped me out a lot, just even knowing good system plus good culture equals duplication retention. If knowing how to build belief in your team members, like I mentioned on this broadcast, if some of these things and these tips helped you tremendously, you want to make sure that you get registered for the free live training that I'm doing this week, called the 6 Steps to 6 Figures, how to build a 6-figure network marketing team without doing 3-way calls, home parties, and hotel meetings, how to leverage the internet, and how to do it the right way that fits within your company's culture, so you can still be edified by your upline and by your company. That's kind of my specialty, because I've hit the top of my company. Last year, I was in the top 10 for most signups in 6-month period of time, and my company spoke on stage twice at 2 of my company events, and my team was able to dominate the leaderboards in every board that our company had. And I'm sharing some of the strategies that we did on the team building training webinar that I'm doing this week. So make sure that you get registered. Spots are filling up fast. That Wednesday one, because I'm doing 2 different ones. I'm doing one on Wednesday and one on Thursday. Same content. I just want to give out 2 options for you, so you can pick the date and the time that works best for you. But Wednesday is filling up really, really fast. So you want to make sure you head over to sixfigureteamwebinar.com to lock in your spot for this free training that I'm doing. It's 90 minutes, content rich, helping you learn how to build your specific business and build a team in your specific company. You're going to hear some great stories of people who are having success in various different companies: Mary Kay, Vacation Travel, 5 Links, on and on. You're going to see some amazing stories of people. So with that being said, that is today's episode of the Daily Marketing Fix at 6. Be sure to tune in tomorrow, and also be sure to get your spot registered. I would love to see you on this week's free 90-minute training on the 6 steps to 6 figures. With that being said, enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow, same time, same place, for the Daily Marketing Fix at 6 show.